100 facts about Andrew Jackson. The ironies of the $20 bill. 1. AJ number 1. Andrew
ambassador to Great Britain.
All right,
So he was out of the country.
I'm sorry. So AI has made 100 facts about Andrew Jackson. I'm going to react to the facts. Let's go like a buffalo. Oh shoot. Where's the AI? Shoot.
Jackson and Andrew Johnson share many parallels. Both were from Tennessee, born in extreme poverty and log cabins, were slave owners who sided with the Union and shared the initials AJ. 2. AJ number 2. Jackson has been the face of the $20 bill for nearly a century, first appearing on it in 1928. 3. AJ number 3. His placement on paper currency is deeply ironic because he was a staunch opponent of paper money, preferring hard currency like gold and silver. 4.
Some people say like the wealth class did this to um, as a middle finger to Jackson. Like, oh, you hated paper currency, so we will put you on it. It's kind of like putting Gandhi on a bomb. Like, he's like the king of peace. You put Gandhi on a bomb, or you put Martin Luther King on like a little Klan hat, something like that.
AJ number 4. Modern irony persists with proposals to replace him with Harriet Tubman. Some suggest keeping him on the back, which would pair a former slave owner with a former slave. 5.
Yeah, isn't that messed up? Like, they think like the alternative to Jackson being on the $20 bill is literally to put him with a slave, putting a victim with their perpetrator. Like, that's pretty dumb. That's like putting a lamb with a wolf.
AJ number 5. The man who hated the central banking system most is now the face of the most widely used banknote in the world. 6.
Yes, it's said that the $20 bill is like the workhorse of the currency.
AJ number 6. Some historians jokingly suggest his placement on the bill was revenge by the banking establishment, akin to putting a pacifist on a box of ammunition. Personal life
Yeah.
and early years. 7. AJ number 7. Jackson was the only U.S. president to serve in both the Revolutionary War and the War of 1812. 8. AJ number 8. At age 13, he was a prisoner of war. A British officer slashed his face and hand with a sword after Jackson refused to clean the officer's boots.
Yeah, Jackson was the original Scarface, like, when it came to that. So, yeah.
9. AJ number 9. He was the first president born in a log cabin, a fact he used to bolster his man of the people image.
Yeah, Lincoln is known for his being born in a log cabin, but Jackson was actually the first one. He was the first one born in a log cabin, and ironically, both are like on U.S. currency. So log cabins win.
10. AJ number 10. By age 14, he was an orphan. His mother died of cholera while nursing prisoners of war. 11. AJ number 11. He was the first president to come from the American frontier, the Carolinas/Tennessee. 12. AJ number 12. He was a self-taught lawyer who never attended a formal law school. 13. AJ number 13. He was a notorious gambler with a lifelong passion for horse racing and cockfighting. 14. AJ number 14. He owned over 100 enslaved people at his estate, the Hermitage, in Nashville. 15. AJ number 15. Estimates suggest he was involved in anywhere from 5 to 100 duels, mostly to defend his wife's reputation.
Yeah, his wife was called adulteress because she was married previously but then abandoned. So Jackson got a lot of heat because of that.
16. AJ number 16.
Damn.
He carried a lead bullet in his chest for decades after a duel with Charles Dickinson. It was too close to his heart to remove safely. 17. AJ number 17.
For a second there, I thought it said Charles Dickens.
He married his wife, Rachel Donaldson, twice because her first divorce had not been legally finalized during their first ceremony. 18.
So technically he was a bigamist.
AJ number 18. Rachel died shortly after his 1828 election. Jackson blamed his political opponent's personal attacks for her death. 19. AJ number 19.
Imagine being so insulting that someone just dies.
He was the first president to be the target of an assassination attempt. 20. AJ number
Another allusion to Abraham Lincoln, because Abraham Lincoln was also a target of a assassination.
20. When the assassin's two pistols misfired, the 67-year-old Jackson beat the man with his cane until his aides pulled him away. 21. AJ number 21. He was the first president to ride on a railroad train. Military career. 22. AJ number 22. He became a national icon after the decisive victory at the Battle of New Orleans in 1815. 23. AJ number 23. Paradoxically, the battle occurred after the Treaty of Ghent was signed, but news of the peace had not reached the U.S.
Yeah, this is back when news traveled slow because we didn't have telephones and we had to write letters and so forth and so on. So, yeah.
24. AJ number 24. His army at New Orleans was a diverse mix of frontiersmen, pirates, led by Jean Lafitte, and free black soldiers. 25.
Which was sad because he owned so many slaves and killed so many Native Americans.
AJ number 25. He served as the first military governor of Florida in 1821. 26. AJ number 26. Native Americans he fought against nicknamed him Sharp Knife. 27. AJ number 27. He led U.S. forces in the Creek War, 1813 to 1814, a theater of the War of 1812. 28. AJ number 28. He held the rank of Major General in the U.S. Army. 29. AJ number 29. During the defense of New Orleans, he declared martial law and maintained it even after the British threat passed. 30. AJ number 30. He was fined $1,000 for contempt of court regarding...
Speaking on the martial law thing, another thing he had common with Lincoln, because Lincoln suspended habeas corpus and Andrew Jackson gave martial law.
Regarding martial law, Congress eventually repaid him with interest 30 years later.
Wow.
31. AJ number 31. He was the first outsider candidate to use military glory as a primary path to the White House. 32. AJ number 32. Remarkably, he had no formal military training before becoming a general. Presidency and politics. 33.
Now that is crazy. Imagine being like a doctor with no formal medical training. That is bonkers.
AJ number 33. He is considered the founder of the modern Democratic Party. 34. AJ number 34.
Yes, they called him a jackass, and then he said like, "Oh, I like that. I like the animal," and then that became like the animal of the Democratic Party. Interesting enough.
He was the first president to present himself as the representative of the common man. 35. AJ number 35. He was a frequent user of the veto, using it 12 times, more than all 6 previous presidents combined. 36. AJ number 36. He is the only president in U.S. history to have completely paid off the national debt in 1835.
And that's like the sole reason why I think he was probably put on a $20 currency, because paying off the national debt is pretty pretty big feat. It's a pretty big feat to actually do that. So that's amazing.
37. AJ number 37. He famously referred to the Second Bank of the United States as a monster that corrupted the nation. 38. AJ number 38. He killed the bank by removing federal deposits and placing them in state banks, known as pet banks. 39. AJ number 39. He signed the Indian Removal Act of 1830, a defining and tragic part of his legacy. 40.
Yup, killing banks and Indians.
AJ number 40. This legislation led to the Trail of Tears, the forced relocation of the Cherokee and other tribes. 41. AJ number 41. He ignored the Supreme Court ruling in Worcester versus Georgia, which affirmed Cherokee sovereignty. 42. AJ number 42.
And some say that he, actually, I think this is the fact.
He reportedly said of Chief Justice John Marshall, "He has made his decision. Now let him enforce it." 43. A.J.
Yeah, this is probably a apocrypha quote because, you know, um, there's no evidence that he actually said this, and it came after his death.
number 43. During the nullification crisis, he threatened to hang his own vice president, John C. Calhoun, for treason. 44. A.J. number 44. He sent federal warships to Charleston, South Carolina.
And that's another thing. It was a house divided, like, if you want to hang your vice president.
To ensure federal tariffs were collected. 45. A.J. number 45. He was the first president to be formally censured by the Senate. 46. A.J.
And that ties back to the whole fine thing of $1,000.
Number 46. Despite his Southern roots, he was a fierce Unionist who believed the federal government was supreme over the states.
And that's another thing that ties him to Abraham Lincoln. I never knew, like, how many things tie him to Abraham Lincoln as a person.
47. A.J. number 47. His assassin, Richard Lawrence, was a house painter who believed he was King Richard III. 48. A.J. number 4.
I guess both of them share the name Richard.
48. Jackson was the first president to be nominated by a National Party convention. 49. A.J. number 49. He advocated for the abolition of the Electoral College, favoring a direct popular vote. 50. A.J. number 50. Since his wife had passed, his niece Emily Donaldson served as his first lady.
And I think the sponsoring of abolishing the Electoral College is something that a lot of liberals and Democrats today would even like.
51. A.J. number 51. Political opponents in the Whig Party nicknamed him King Andrew I to mock his perceived overreach of power.
And another thing that connects him with Abraham Lincoln, maybe I'm going to do a video on how similar he is to Abraham Lincoln, but they called Abraham Lincoln King Africanus I, like to insult him by calling him an African, because back then being called black or African was like the biggest insult.
Oddities and famous incidents. 52. A.J. number 52. Jackson owned a pet parrot named Pole. 53.
Pole.
A.J. number 53. The parrot had to be removed.
I guess he named this parrot Pole because of a election poll.
Moved from Jackson's funeral because it kept screaming profanities it had learned from its owner. 54. A.J. number 54. He was gifted a 1,400-pound wheel of cheese that sat in the White House lobby for 2 years. 55. A.J. number 55. To get rid of it, he held a public party where the entire...
I wonder who gave him that wheel of cheese. Was it the Dutch? I don't know.
Wheel was eaten in just 2 hours. 56. A.J. number 56. The smell of the cheese reportedly lingered in the White House curtains and carpets for weeks afterward.
Oh,
57.
That would
A.J.
be
number
godly.
57. He was famously thin, standing 6 feet 1 inch. He usually weighed only about 140 pounds.
And I'm shocked that he could survive a bullet at that weight.
58. A.J. number 58. He suffered from chronic health issues, including lead poisoning from the bullets left in his body. 59. A.J. number 59. After opponents called him a jackass, he adopted the donkey as a symbol, which became the mascot of the Democratic Party.
Oh, I mentioned this earlier.
60. A.J. number 60. He was a prominent Freemason and served as the Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of Tennessee. 61. A.J. number 61. Before his permanent spot on the $20, his face appeared on the $5, $10, and even the $10,000 bill.
Wow, another thing he has in common with Abraham Lincoln. Both of them were on a $5 bill at one time.
62. A.J. number 62. He was one of the 3 founders of Memphis, Tennessee.
Wow, maybe Memphis should have a street named after him. In my neighborhood, we have a street named after Andrew Jackson, which is kind of weird.
63. A.J. number 63. He was intrigued by the hollow earth theory and authorized an expedition to the South Pole to investigate it. 64.
Wow.
AJ number 64. He was the first president to hold an open house at the White House for the general public. 65. AJ number 65. He was the first president born to immigrant parents. They were Scotch-Irish. 66. AJ number 66. He served in the U.S. House of Representatives but found the legislative process tedious. 67.
Another thing that he would have in common with fellow Democrats.
AJ number 67. He also served in the U.S. Senate, but resigned shortly after, preferring executive action over debate. 68. AJ number 68. He actually resigned from the Senate twice in his life due to boredom with political bureaucracy. 69. AJ number 69. His 1828 campaign against John Quincy Adams is considered the birth of modern mudslinging politics. 70. AJ number 70.
It is.
His nickname Old Hickory was given by his soldiers because he was as tough as hickory wood. 71. AJ number 71. He supported the Force Bill, which gave the president the power to use the military to enforce federal laws. 72. AJ number 7.
Another thing he kind of have in common with Abraham Lincoln.
72. His face was featured on the Confederate $1,000 bill during the Civil War. 73. AJ number 73. This was ironic because the Confederacy used his image despite his lifelong commitment to preserving the Union.
I guess that's another ironicity, like the first ironicity. Like, he was used as the face for the Confederates, even though he was for the Union, and he's used as the face of the banks on the $20 bill, even though he's against the banks and against paper currency. Just life full of irony.
74. AJ number 74. He was the first president to utilize the pocket veto. 75. AJ number 75. He set up a pre-inaugural office at Gatsby's Hotel, a precursor to the modern presidential transition team. 76. AJ number 76. He was the first president to be physically assaulted. A disgruntled former Navy officer struck him in the face in 1833. 77. AJ number 77. He was born in the wax.
I thought they would bring up the assassination, but no, there was somebody else who hit him and punched him. I'm not shocked.
Texas region, a territory so remote it was not yet clearly a state. Both Carolinas claim him. 78.
Wow.
AJ number 78. He adopted a Creek in.
I wonder how many states have. I wonder how many presidents had states that have two or more states that claim them.
Indian orphan named Lincoln, whom he found on a battlefield and raised him at the Hermitage. 79. AJ.
Loincoya sound like a female name.
Number 79. He was one of the few presidents of his era who did not smoke, though he was a heavy user of snuff. 80. AJ number.
Snuff is like chewing tobacco.
Number 80. He was an expert horseman and frequently rode through Washington, D.C. on his favorite horse, Duke. 81.
I think Duke was Ronald Reagan's name.
AJ number 81. He was once gifted 2 African lions by the Emperor of Morocco. He turned them over to Congress to be sold. 82. AJ number 82. He was a
I wonder how they controlled them back then.
fervent believer in manifest destiny, the idea that the U.S. was destined to expand across the continent. 83. AJ number 83. After his death in 1845, he was the first president for whom a formal national mourning period was held. Legacy and.
That is crazy. So nobody had a formal mourning period for George Washington.
Final years. 84. AJ number 84. During the Revolution, both of his brothers died, one from heat exhaustion at a battle, the other from smallpox contracted in captivity. 85. AJ number 80.
That is crazy. I have a brother that was sentenced to prison for murder, but this is something new.
5. He served as a judge on the Tennessee Superior Court for 6 years before his military fame. 86. AJ number 86.
Again, went to became a general with no military background, became a judge with no law background. This is crazy.
He was a strong proponent of the spoils system, rewarding political supporters with government jobs. 87.
Mm.
AJ number 87. His election ended the Virginia dynasty and the King Caucus system of picking presidents. 88. AJ number 88. He was the first president to have a vice president, Calhoun, resign from office. 89. AJ number 89. He was the first Grand Master of a Masonic Lodge to become president. 90. AJ
I think some of these repeat.
number 90. He left the White House nearly broke, having spent much of his own money on entertaining and maintaining his farm. 91. AJ number 91. He was the first president to have his portrait taken with a camera, a daguerreotype, though this occurred shortly after his term. 92. AJ number 92. Harvard University awarded him an honorary degree, which outraged his rival John Quincy Adams, who called Jackson a barbarian. 93.
Wow. I guess Jackson would call Indians a barbarian, so I guess the tables are switched now.
AJ number 93. He installed a billiards table in the White House,
Oh, speaking of tables, billiards table.
which critics attacked as a sign of his aristocratic gambling. 94. AJ number 94. It is believed the humid DC weather saved his life during the assassination attempt by dampening the gunpowder in the assassin's guns. 95. AJ
Wow, a guy like not Zachary Taylor, but the president who came before him, died of DC water, and somehow DC weather saved Andrew Jackson.
number 95. During his presidency, he survived a severe bout of cholera that many thought would be fatal. 96. AJ number 96. He is the only president to have a Senate censure officially expunged, erased, from the record before his death.
I would be interested why they erased that.
97. AJ number 97. He spent his final years at the Hermitage, overseeing its reconstruction after a devastating fire in 1834. 98. AJ number 98. His 1829 inauguration was so rowdy that the common people nearly destroyed the White House furniture. He escaped out a window to avoid the crush. 99. AJ number 99.
That would be a crazy scene for a biography or, movie to show.
Upon leaving the presidency, he famously said his only regrets were that he hadn't shot Henry Clay or hanged John C. Calhoun. 100. AJ number 100. His final words to those at his bedside were, "I hope to meet you all in heaven, as well black as white. Would you like me to create a summary?"
Wow, that is crazy. So that's 100 facts by AI of Andrew Jackson. I hope you enjoyed.